Good morning. Whoa. Did I say good or did I say good?
Oh. Oh, dear. Did I wake you up? Hey, where's the other shoe?
Thought you had it, sweetheart.
No, you had the other shoe.
No, I had the socks.
Oh.
Here it is, right here.
Very good. There it is.
Hey, look at your mommy blaming me for having the shoe.
Yeah. Oh, Marina.
What'd you say?
Okay, it's just that I am like her, very tired this morning. Here, how about some of that? Yeah,
Why
I
are you
am.
so tired, huh?
Well, your daddy, he kept me up very late last night, honey. You know, first he comes home with a very expensive bottle of cognac, and then we get in a fight, a big one. No, it's okay, because you know what Daddy and I are very good at, huh? Yeah? We are very good at this, huh? Kissing and making up.
I'll see.
Yeah. And that's why you little scutulaki, you monster girl, when you woke me up in the middle of the night, I fell asleep in your room. Because I was so tired.
Yeah, that's why I woke up missing you, because you weren't there.
Yeah. Uh-oh. You better stop this.
I can't.
Because it feels good. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Uh-oh.
Not for, look at, she's watching.
She's smart.
Yeah. Stop it, Frankie. You can help me. Can you go back into Marina's room, get the mattress there, and put it back under our bed? Now.
Okay,
No.
Okay.
Go. Go.
Boy, you know, you can really be a very hard woman.
Well, I have to, or nothing will get done in this house. Go.
Hey, Julie, good morning.
Hi, Frank.
How'd you sleep last night?
Good. I slept like a baby.
Oh, well, you, pretty fancy there for 9 a.m.
Thanks.
I'm only here because I thought you'd be at work by now.
How the hell can I go to work, Melinda? I'm too busy calling up all over town trying to find out where the hell you spent the night last night. We're supposed to be getting married, Melinda. I think that means that if you're gonna spend the night someplace else, I'm supposed to find out first before you slam the door in my face.
There's a fold-out couch at my studio.
I called your studio. You didn't pick up the phone.
Why should I have? I have nothing to say to you. And since you're going to be having this fabulous new career at WSPR, you probably won't have time to say much to me either.
You don't understand what happened
Yes,
last
I do.
night.
I understand perfectly. You accepted a bribe from your mother like it was the Holy Grail, and you pretended not to know why Alan Michael looked like he'd been kicked in the stomach.
No,
She
Melinda.
promised him something, Nick. Your mother made a deal with your cousin, and she turned around and handed it right to you.
No, Melinda. That's how it appeared. Now, will you please let me explain what really happened?
Frankie, honey, you have to get to the diner very soon. Buzz is running late. Nadine is there all by herself, okay?
honey. Yeah.
Oh, how is Nadine? How's her back?
Probably much better than Elaine's. Marina was very fussy last night, so she had to sleep on this old mattress right here on the floor.
Just fine, Frankie. And really, I was too tired to even feel it.
Well, listen, I'm out of here, okay? So,
right.
when are you gonna come to the diner?
Honey, I'm really not sure. I've got so much on this list to do tonight. Today. Actually, get out of here. Nadine can't do this all by herself. I'm serious. Please, please, please.
Okay, I'm out of here.
All right,
I'm
go.
out of here. Hey.
She's got all those breakfast things.
See you, kiddo.
She's preoccupied.
Oh, excuse me. See ya.
Bye. Oh, Marina.
Eleni, is there anything I could help you with today?
Julie, you know, I really do not know. I have so much to do on this list here. Actually, yes, downstairs is my dress. It's a party dress. Do you think maybe if it's not too much trouble, you could take it to the cleaners? Just make them promise to have it ready by Friday. Okay?
Sure, no problem. Do you have something special planned for Friday?
Yes, very special. Actually, I have to run. Mrs. Pappas is going to take Marina for the day, so don't worry about it. I'm going to drop her off on my way.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for doing that dress.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
it. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Julie?
Yeah, I'm up here.
Hi. What are you doing?
Just wondering.
About what?
I guess about happily ever after. And if it ever really happens.
Please don't tell me that puny little thing is breakfast. Put that away. Come on. We're gonna order eggs Benedict.
Are you crazy? There's no way I can eat anything after what your aunt did to us last night. Please, my stomach's gonna be in a knot for a month.
Oh, all is not lost.
Alan Michael, don't you dare launch into a pep talk about how I'm gonna be just as happy simply working at the station.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of that.
No. I know that look. You're gonna offer me something that's supposed to make up for not owning half of WSPR. Well, I am sorry. That something simply does not exist. Now, I wish I could move on and adjust my sights and look elsewhere, but I can't. I am sorry. And I know I'd be happier if I could. But I wanted that station. I earned it. I was even willing to buy it.
You're gonna have it.
Are you saying that Nick turned down the offer?
No, he accepted the offer, but there was a method to his madness.
Okay, what?
Look, Nick pointed out that even if he had turned down the deal, and Alex would have never turned over WSPR to me, because we had a confrontation. But once he gains ownership, though, he can do with it whatever he likes, which means turn it over to me, and of course, at that time, I'll turn it over to you.
You really think that's what Nick plans to do?
Yes, I do, Joey. Look, maybe a year ago, he may not have done that, but he sees me differently now. He knows that I've proven certain things that I needed to prove. We've worked at the newspaper together. I have his respect.
Well, respect is one thing. Turning over a multi-million-dollar power base, that's something else altogether.
Okay. Why do you think he's not going to come through?
Because that would make him a saint. In the world I live in, there aren't many of those anymore.
I wanted to explain what was going on, but I just didn't have the time. I just hoped, Melinda, that you would realize that I had reasons for accepting the offer. I hoped that maybe you would trust me, Melinda.
The way Alan Michael trusted you until you sold him out. I saw his face, Nick. He had all the faith in the world that when push came to shove, you'd turn your mother down. And he was surprised. He was so completely shocked when you didn't.
Yeah, well, I wish that I could have handled it differently, Melinda. But if it works out in the end, what difference does it make?
Oh, that's great. So what are you going to do? Offer him a position like vice president of on-air promotions or something?
Please just listen to me, all right? Sweetheart, look. I didn't wake up yesterday morning and all of a sudden become some self-serving, backstabbing opportunist, all right? Now, I realize better than you ever could what Alan Michael's gone through because of this thing. Which is why my main concern is that things work out for everybody.
Okay, fine. So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm gonna talk to Alan Michael. And I'm gonna try and get as much input as I can.
Input? Input? What kind of a corporate word is that? It's like reducing people to machines. No, why don't you just leave me alone, Nick?
You know something? Maybe I should. When somebody's that quick to jump to conclusions about me, why the hell should I even bother?
Are you telling me that what I saw didn't happen?
No, I'm telling you, Melinda, that if you had any doubts at all, you should have come to me first to ask me what my reasons were.
You don't have
storming off
You
into
don't have reasons.
conclusions.
You have rationalizations, and that's not the same
okay,
thing.
look, why don't we just try to cool off, all
No,
right?
I think you're the one that needs to cool off. You and your massive ego.
Some people really do say it with flowers.
Why is it that I manage to sleep with one little pillow and you have 1, 2, 3, 4?
Oh, insurance. If 2 end up on the floor, then I have 2 spares.
Why do your pillows end up on the floor?
Well, I'm a very active sleeper. I have a rich dream life.
Oh, how rich?
Well, last night was beyond rich. Last night I had dreams that make you want to stay in bed for the rest of your life. You ever have dreams like that? No, I'll put on some coffee.
I'll do it.
So, what are you gonna do today? Doctor think you should rest and stay in?
Yeah, maybe another day or 2. But I'm feeling stronger, much stronger.
Good. That's good. That's good. I wish I could stay in all today, but I really ought to go check, you know, the diner at some point. So.
Oh, yes, don't worry about me. I have so many plans for my new business.
Oh, I forgot. I'm harboring a rabid new antique dealer.
That's right, and the first order of business is to figure out where my seed money's gonna come from.
What do you mean? You said you got 6 chairs. If they're worth what they say you're worth, you just put an ad in the paper. Somebody buys the suckers, and you're sitting pretty.
Were these for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, I really wouldn't be able to make good on the offer that I made last night, because I really shouldn't separate all those chairs. They should stay together. If I want to get the true worth, then I should be savvy about this. One doesn't get the right clientele by putting an ad in the newspaper.
What does one do?
Well, one needs to acquire a shop where they could be showcased, where the clients come by appointment only, and when they arrive, they're served tea out of a silver teapot, and there's Vivaldi playing in the background very softly.
It sounds like it requires a hefty rent deposit. I wish I could give it to you.
You don't have to. I know who I'm going to ask.
Oh, Henry?
No. Henry's done far too much for me. I'd much prefer to get it from somebody who really owes me.
Like who?
Alexander Spaulding.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. You steal her company, you marry her ex-husband, you're about to go up and sneak into her attic and take away pieces of furniture that you bought with her money. Yeah, why stop now? Hit her up for some seed money.
I'm not going to hit her up. Nothing of the sort. You are.
Great.
My first eggs, just for you. Alexander adores you, Buzz. And after all, you were the one who returned her life to its former glory. You were the one who came into the courtroom with the piece of paper that made the Spauldings stay.
Oh, please. You know how long gratitude with a woman like that lasts? She's going to be saying in 6 months, Buzz who?
Rubbish. She's never going to forget.
Well, she might name a dog after me or something like that. But don't forget, she gave me a car, a very nice car, your car. And I don't think she's going to follow it up with cash.
Well, you never know till you try. I think that she'd be more than happy to give you a loan. But unless you would prefer not to help me.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not just asking for myself. I was wondering if maybe you'd like to go into a partnership.
Me? You partners with me in the antique business?
Why not?
Oh, come
It's like selling anything, and you are a very good negotiator. You know how to pick people out when they're ready to buy, and you know how badly they want things, and you have a good sense as to how much they're willing to pay.
You sound like you speak from experience.
I do. So how about being my partner?
I have a job. I can't quit.
You don't have to quit. All you have to do is come in every once in a while to finalize a deal and allow me to pick your brains every now and then.
Honey, you can pick anything you want on me. Well, do I have to wear a suit?
You look mighty handsome in a pinstripe.
Okay. One condition.
What's that? Name your price.
Gotta make me a promise. Promise me that one day you're gonna look just like this. And after we linger over 3 cups of coffee and have our toast, you'll let me take you back to bed.
Look, Mom, I'm not going to try to justify this, but I don't know what to call what Dad's doing with Jenna, you know?
I have a few choice words for it, but it's not real polite.
I know it's not going to help to hear that this isn't going to last, but it's not. Now, I can't believe that Dad has two women in front of him. One of them you, and the other one some phony-looking, phony-sounding woman.
Oh, she can't help the way she sounds, Frankie. She's English.
You know, Mom, sometimes I just think she lays it on a little thick. And you know what? You don't have a fake bone in your body. And when you say and do something, it comes straight from your heart.
Like you. And people take advantage of us because they think we're too easy to figure out.
Yeah, well, you know what? One of these days, Dad's going to get real tired trying to figure Jenna out, and then he's going to realize that there's more to life. And then he's going to turn around, and he's going to see this absolutely beautiful, gorgeous woman who's smart and intelligent and who has loved him for more than 20 years. And he's probably going to smack himself in the head, and he's going to say, what, have I been crazy this whole time?
Oh, Frankie, don't give me too much credit.
Yeah, well, that's where my problem's been, is I haven't been giving you enough credit. And now that I feel like I am, well, you know, Mom, I haven't really done it for a lot of years.
I didn't deserve it for a lot of years. And let's not get carried away with this Nadine Cooper's devotion to Buzz Cooper thing, because, well, you and I both know that I wasn't always the grieving widow.
Yeah, but we all know that you had a lot of feelings in there, too, Mom. You just kept him in a special place.
Yeah, well, maybe I did, but it doesn't give me any rights now. Buzz and I aren't married now. I mean, I know it feels like it because, well, everybody sees us as a family and treats us as a unit. And I love that. I mean, it's wonderful. I wouldn't trade it for anything. But I think maybe it's part of what's driven Buzz away.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Well, when everybody's watching you all the time and expecting things all the time, it puts pressure on you. Buzz never liked pressure, never. Especially not in public. And falling in love, even if it is the second time around, is something that usually happens in private, you know?
Yeah. I guess you have been living your lives in a fishbowl, huh?
Well, it's nobody's fault. I can't blame anybody. I mean, it's just the way it is. But I just think it's a big part of why Buzz reacted by going in the opposite direction.
Don't worry, Mom. He'll be back.
Well, maybe I ought to start thinking about what I'm going to do if he doesn't come back.
So I tried calling the Journal, but she hasn't gotten in yet. And I was just wondering if maybe she called you.
Your mother doesn't clear her calendar with me, Blake.
Yeah, but I'm getting very worried about her.
Why? Where do you think she went?
She went looking for my father yesterday, and I haven't heard from her since. I tried calling all night, and there's been no answer.
Well, swell. You know, maybe she got her wish. Maybe she found him. Maybe like a couple of old 60s radicals, they're hiding in a basement someplace.
Am I imagining it, or are you having a sadistic little laugh at my expense?
Oh, no, I'm not laughing, Blake. I'm just having my usual hard time trying to figure out why your mother would even want to talk to Roger, let alone search for the guy.
Hi, Blake. Fletcher, how come you're not at
Minnie.
work?
Well, I'm trying to have a simple, uninterrupted cup of coffee.
Sorry, I'm just a little edgy today.
Must be going around. Something I can do for you?
Yeah. Would you talk some sense into Nick? Or should I just shoot him? Oh, sorry.
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
What, are you kidding? Frank and Elaine are so happy it's disgusting. I mean, sometimes I'll be down at the diner and Elaine will be cleaning off the counter or something. I'll look over at Frank and he's staring at her. It looks like he's ready to burst into tears.
Yeah, he is crazy about her.
She is about him, too. Are you going to tell me something different?
No, of course not.
Well, something must have happened to make you wonder if they were okay.
Well, look, you can't be married and never have an argument, right? It wouldn't be human.
They had an argument? About what?
Well, I didn't actually hear all of it. Look, it's none of my business. Let's wrap it.
Is this your way of telling me that it's none of my business either?
No. You know I would tell you. You know, it's just the first time I heard them raise their voices to each other. It kind of threw me.
Well, they're not still mad at each other, are they? I mean, Elaine seemed fine when I saw her downstairs.
Yeah, well, they acted like everything was fine this morning.
But you don't think it is?
I don't know. How good can things be when you sleep in different bedrooms?
I don't know, but like you said, I mean, you can't be married without having a fight every once in a while. even if it means that somebody ends up on the couch. Look, it's not the end of the world.
I know, you're right. I didn't mean to make it sound like it was. It just reminded me of something.
What?
My stepmother. She was always harping on my father about money and everything. I mean, every time I heard them starting up, I just wanted to bury my head in the pillow. And it's two different people anyway, right?
Right. Well, I'll tell you about two people you don't have to worry about. Lucy Cooper and Alan Michael Spaulding.
Oh, well.
He told me yesterday that I was his inspiration.
Oh, wow. You must be delirious.
I am. Unless, of course, he's telling Jilly the same thing.
Well?
You know what I need? I need a good job.
Oh, is that what you need these days?
Yes. I need something where I can compete on her level.
Well, that's going to be hard. I mean, Jilly's an executive. You don't just waltz into that position.
Yeah, I know, but there must be something besides waitressing.
Well, you could check the bulletin board at the diner. I mean, maybe they'll be advertising something decent for a change.
Yeah, well, it's worth a try.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nothing, really. I could come with you. I just got to drop off a dress at the cleaners. Eleni needs to wear it on Friday.
What's happening Friday?
I don't know. She sort of went out of her way not to say.
Nadine, Frankie has been wanting to get aluminum siding for the house for such a long time, but we could never afford it, right? So I have been saving all my money from all the catering jobs I have, and then I met this man today who said that he would give me 20% off on everything if I did his daughter's wedding.
That sounds what? Let me see it.
Yeah, here. I'm so excited, but you know, it's not a very romantic birthday gift, is it?
Well, a romantic birthday gift is a gift that somebody wants but thinks they'll never get. I think it's perfect.
Yeah? Oh, good. Actually, I do need your help. I think I want to have a party for him on Friday, you know, a surprise party. I was thinking all the family, of course, would be there, and then some of his friends, and maybe you could help me call them, invite them.
Well, sure. You make up a list, and I'll go call them right away.
Terrific. Also, you can help me with the grocery shopping, if you don't mind.
Well, actually, you know, the first thing I ought to shop for is a date.
Hey, Bean.
Really?
Please, Frank.
Look, Blake, you know I would do absolutely anything for you, right? But it's just like I told your mom, I am not going to continue looking for Roger. Look, if he doesn't show up in a couple days, all right?
A couple of days? Frank, the last time I saw my father, he had a fever of 103, okay? He's got a bullet in his chest. He's got an infection that's going to kill him. There is a reason why my mother and I are desperate about this.
Blake, I'm sorry, I just can't do it, okay? I feel this is something I should definitely stay out of. Oh, excuse me.
Minnie, I'm sorry, but I think this is something I just want to stay clear of.
Well, somebody has to point out to Nick what his mother's doing.
What do you think she's doing?
She's offering him WSPR so that he'll feel like he owes her something and she'll have more control. I mean, isn't that obvious, Fletcher? Or has she manipulated your mind, too?
Look, I am confident that Nick is not going to go back on his word.
I don't suppose we could get that in writing. Look, I am sorry, but I've been burned too many times.
Well, you're in good company, Jilly. Look, I've thought very long and very hard about this. I need for you to trust me.
Alan Michael, I do trust you. Look, I saw how hard you fought last night. You were willing to do more for my sake than I ever dreamed possible. And I won't forget that. Ever.
Look, Jilly, you deserve your share. And I am going to make sure that you get that. I just wish you would relax and believe it.
Oh, well, I just can't picture it. I mean, if Nick comes through on this, how will he and Mindy Beeble go on living in Alexandra's house?
I suppose if they get uncomfortable, they'll leave.
So you really believe he will go against his mother?
Yeah, Jilly, he promised me. Oh, okay, look, Nick is not perfect. But he has never lied as long as I have known him.
There's a first time for everything.
Well, I suppose it's just natural. She comes by her natural temper tantrums. I mean, look at Billy Lewis. He's one of those shoot 'em up, drag 'em out by the hair types. Suppose the rest aren't much different, huh?
That's really great, Alexandra. You make them sound like a tribe of orangutans.
Wow. They're a flamboyant family, darling, that's all. They're given to outbursts. Well, anyway, as much as you're standing there with Shoes filled with water from a vase of flowers Mindy dumped on your head. I hardly think you're in a position to deny it.
All right, all right. Look, so she's got a temper, a big deal. At least she speaks her mind, right? Besides, she had a right to be upset. She's bothered for Alan Michael.
Well, she's not marrying Alan Michael, is she? She's marrying you. And maybe I'm old-fashioned, darling, but I still think a wife should support her husband. And she'll come around, I'm sure she will, once she realizes how good this is going to be for you.
On the other hand, maybe she knows me better than you think. Maybe I'm just not suited for this kind of thing.
We won't know that. You give it some time. And you know, as for Alan Michael, why is everyone assuming that just because he wants something, that he has the talent to fill the job? You know, you're the one with the television experience, not him.
Look, Alexandra, try and listen to me, okay? Alan Michael and I finally started feeling like a family. Now, if this arrangement comes in between that and destroys that, that would be a real shame, don't you think?
I think you don't know your cousin as well as I do. Now, look, as sad as he may be right now, he will be the first one to come to you and shake your hand when you make a huge success of it, which I know you will. And really, it's not as though Alan Michael's been left with nothing. I'm planning on putting him in charge of a whole new division at Spalding, and something he is far more suited for.
Alexandra, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, sometimes if a family really wants to be a family, sometimes it helps if you just learn to adjust to one another. Maybe settle for a little less.
Well, I think you have to fight for your rights. And Alan Michael, by the way, is never going to respect you if you keep giving in to him every time he stages some scene just to make you feel guilty.
Alexandra, this has nothing to do with feeling guilty, all right? What you don't seem to understand is that Alan Michael came to speak to you about
Didn't take you long to go for the money, did it? So much for loyalty to your mistress.
Excuse me, lover boy, but FYI, Ginger and I sent that mistress 50 smackaroonies in a Christmas card, okay? So get off my case, all right?
Hi.
Buzz Cooper.
Yes.
What a lovely surprise. And you know my son, Nick.
Yeah, how you doing? Buzz, how's it going? Listen, I gotta get going, but, could we tie this WSPR thing up real soon, okay? I don't want this thing dragging out.
I'll take care of it right away, Doc.
Hey, take care.
Yeah.
Come in.
Oh,
please. Thank you. You know, isn't it wonderful when you see those you love all of a sudden get their wings and start to fly? He's a born businessman. He doesn't even know it yet.
Funny you should mention business. That's why I came here.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to get something new off the ground, but I sort of need money to get it started, and I think banks are so impersonal. Don't you think?
Well, I think it depends on who goes talking to whom.
Exactly. And I feel that we should talk together. Because I'd like dealing with you.
Hmm.